Sign the eviction approval, Ava.
What?
There was no safety inspection. There was enough evidence to remove her. You are throwing out a 74-year-old woman because she refused to disappear.
Sign it, or you are finished here.
Then I am finished. Three hours earlier, Ava believed she was handling an ordinary tenant complaint. They told me my apartment was unsafe and that I had to leave immediately. Did an inspector enter your apartment? No one entered, knocked, or asked permission. Did anyone call you before the notice was issued? Hi. Vanessa called, but she only asked whether I had reconsidered moving. Had she offered you money to leave? $3 months of rent if I left before the end of the week. No eviction will move forward until I verify every claim. What day and time does the inspection report claim? Tuesday morning at 10. Were you home at that time? I was inside the Tapchers. I was inside the apartment all day. What damage did the notice describe? Severe water damage in the second bedroom. How many bedrooms does your apartment have? Who performed the inspection at Eleanor Parker's apartment? A contracted inspection team. A contracted inspection team. Name one person from that team. I do not manage individual field assignments. Did anyone enter Eleanor's apartment? The condition was visible from the hallway. Then how did the report describe damage inside a second bedroom? That was probably routine wording from the inspection template. Was the relocation payment offered only to you? No. Several older tenants received the same offer. Were younger tenants offered the same amount? They were offered nothing. Most had already left after months of pressure. Had residents reported repair problems before the eviction notices? They do not want to repair the building. They want the residents gone. I hoped someone inside the company would finally see that.
Hi.
You place the eviction approval on hold. Until the inspection and tenant records are verified. Every hour of delay threatens the development contract. Then the contract depends on a report that cannot survive one question.
Our responsibility is to protect the company.
Protecting the company does not mean helping it lie.
Oh.
You are making a routine development decision personal. A false inspection made it personal before I ever met the tenant. You are talented, Ava. Do not damage your future over this. Then answer the question about the second bedroom. Approve the file, and I can recommend you for the next legal director position. A promotion does not make a false statement true. You are risking your entire career for a woman you met this morning. No, I am risking it for the name I would place beneath that approval. Grant will not protect you when this project collapses. I did not ask him to protect me. Describe the apartment layout used in your inspection report. Entry hall, kitchen, living room, and 2 bedrooms. Eleanor Parker's apartment has only 1 bedroom. Old architectural plans are often inaccurate. Your report also describes blue bathroom tile. That detail does not change the building's condition. Her bathroom has painted walls and no tile. One incorrect detail is a mistake. An apartment that does not exist is fabrication. The approval must be signed before noon. Send the eviction file to the board for independent review. A board review will freeze the entire project. That is what review is supposed to do when the facts are unreliable. You are not employed here to decide what is moral. A lawyer decides what she can defend before she signs her name. Then make your choice.
Hi.
Ava understood that protecting one tenant might cost her everything. Three hours later, Ava had reached the decision you saw at the beginning. I heard enough to understand exactly what happened. Mrs. Parker, this is an internal corporate matter. My name is Eleanor Parker, And this matter began with my home. You are the tenant from the unsafe apartment. I am also the managing trustee of the Parker Family Trust. The Parker Family Trust controlled the company's voting shares. Now you will answer the questions you refuse to answer, Ava. Who entered my apartment?
A member of the contracted inspection team.
Give me that person's name.
I do not recall the individual assignment.
Which room did the report identify as most severely damaged?
The second bedroom.
My apartment has one bedroom.
Même image d'un instant.
What color was the bathroom tile described by your inspector?
I understand the implications, and I believe we should proceed with extreme caution.
There is no tile anywhere in my bathroom.
The description was copied from a different apartment.
Can you establish that without the original field record?
The wrong bedroom count, the invented tile, and the same damage sequence all came from another unit. It was an administrative shortcut, not a deliberate deception.
It was a shortcut designed to remove people from their homes.
The investor required an empty building before Friday.
Faramila, so you manufactured a reason to clear the remaining tenants.
I was protecting a project worth millions of dollars. You were protecting a deadline by making vulnerable people pay for it.
I never knew the inspection report was false.
You knew enough to stop, and you chose not to ask.
Vanessa, your authority over this project ends immediately. Grant, you will step away from your position during the independent investigation.
You cannot dismantle an entire project over one tenant complaint.
This was not one complaint. It was one test of how you treat people without power.
Ava, I was under extraordinary pressure to complete the deal.
Pressure reveals judgment. It does not replace it.
Will you return and lead a complete review of every tenant case?
Only if every eviction receives independent review and no employee is punished for reporting the truth.
Agreed. Those protections begin today.
Ava did not save only one apartment. She changed the rule that allowed people to lose their homes without being heard. Subscribe